All right, let's get into today's crypto airdrop alpha, starting off with the big piece of news, which is that the ZK Sync token is now claimable. So if you qualified for this airdrop, you can now claim your tokens, you can delegate your tokens, and or you can just sell them. Now, the claim process itself is relatively smooth. You don't even have to pay gas for transaction costs. That is covered. And before you can actually claim your tokens, you do have to choose somebody to delegate them to. If you want to delegate your tokens to me, Crypto Cove, then you can go ahead and do that. Otherwise, you can find someone else in the list. Now, this doesn't actually give your tokens to anyone else or lock them up or stake them. This is just delegating voting power. And then after that, if you decide to sell them at any point, it doesn't make a difference. In terms of the actual token price itself, it's currently hovering around 23 cents per token, giving this a market cap of just under 850 million and an FTV of just under $5 billion. If you're looking for a spot to sell it, it's already listed on a bunch of tier 1 exchanges, including Binance. And then of course you can use decentralized exchanges on ZK Sync as well. And in terms of what I plan on doing with my tokens personally, I do plan on selling some because I've learned my lesson from a few mistakes in the past where I held on to things thinking that it would go up and it just kept on dumping. However, in this case, I do think that ZK Sync relative to some other L2s and with comparable levels of funding, etc., is probably going to at least have some sort of pump at some point. I would be surprised if it just kept going down forever. I'm not buying more tokens for sure, but I do plan on sort of dollar cost averaging out of my position and then holding a small moon bag. So yeah, congratulations to everyone that got this airdrop. Now, if you didn't qualify for the original ZK Sync airdrop, there's a few other ways that you could get the token. Apparently, Binance is dropping 10 million tokens to people that were left out. So if you find your wallet on one of these lists here, then you might actually qualify for some free ZK from Binance. It's not a whole lot, but free money is free money. And then, of course, moving forward, there will be ways that you can get ZK tokens from ecosystem partners. So all of the different dApps that are built on ZK Sync have been, well, not all of them, but a bunch of them have been getting allocations of tokens. And so they're going to pass those on to users. So you might get some ZK tokens from that. And then, of course, moving forward, I'm sure they're going to incentivize activity to keep people on the network. They've got a pretty big bucket of tokens allocated for that. Now, aside from ZK Sync, there's also this KZ token, which is like a meme coin counterparty to it. Now, if you have a KZ points balance, you can now convert that into the KZ token and swap it into something else. It's not worth a whole lot. It's basically a meme coin. And if you have millions of points, it's probably worth it. If you have, a few 100,000 or just tens of thousands of points, you're not going to get much from this. All right, let's move now to the next big airdrop announcement and the next big hope for a massive payday for farmers, which is Layer 0. So something is happening in 3 days on June 20th, either an eligibility checker or potentially even just them dropping the token. And they have been releasing these Sybil lists. They keep updating them, and I don't even think that this is the final Sybil list, but this is like the second updated provisional Sybil check. So you can use Wenser right now to check your wallet address or addresses and see if they've been flagged as Sybil. But remember, not being flagged as Sybil is just the first step of the battle because of course the next stage is to actually be eligible. All right, next up, let's talk about Nostra Finance. This is the final airdrop that I have been farming on Starknet, and honestly, the last straw. I will now probably be bridging all of my assets off of Starknet and focusing on greener pastures because this is kind of a cursed ecosystem. Anyways, you can claim your NSTR tokens for farming the Nostra Finance airdrop. The website has been super glitchy, and I haven't even been able to sell my tokens yet. I keep getting errors, and even if I increase the slippage, it's not actually allowing me to make the transaction. So once I'm able to actually sell these tokens, I will just absolutely get out of it and move on. Now, in terms of the token price, it's currently trading just under 11 cents per token. Most people got dust for this, and even if you were in the top 1,000 wallets, you're not even getting $100 at this point based on these current token prices. In terms of options to swap the token itself, you can try using Nostra Finance, you can try using Avenue. Either way, I have been having difficulties in actually swapping them. I keep getting these errors. All right, moving on. Let's talk about Puff now. So there's 2 updates for this. For starters, if you were farming Puff Chapter 4, you can now unbond your tokens and claim your Chapter 4 rewards along with the purple potion and vial. And they've actually now today launched Chapter 5, so you can go and bond your Puff and METH to earn additional Puff token rewards, to get some BMT tokens, and then obviously to brew the gold potion and vial. There's only 2 chapters left in this until we reach the final decision, and I'm definitely going to be following through with each and every step along the way. And I do believe that in Chapter 5, we're expecting some sort of game for those BMT tokens that will come with additional rewards. Okay, next up, let's talk about the Solana name service, or Bonafide. If you've purchased and favorited a .sol domain and linked it to your official account, you'll be able to claim some tokens from this airdrop. Now, I've already claimed, but if you haven't claimed yet, at the top here, there will be a little banner that says if you have tokens available to claim once you connect your wallet. Click a button and claim those tokens. And I do believe that everybody receives 50 FIDA tokens, which currently is worth just under $20. So not bad. Basically pays for the cost of actually registering the domain in the first place. Okay, another airdrop that is now live is from the Valley DAO. Now, if you're staking Dimension or DYM tokens and you delegated them to this validator, then you can qualify for a portion of 4% of the VDO token supply. There's a blog post here with a guide to claiming the airdrop and also lists of eligible addresses. Next up, for the EtherFi airdrop, which round 2 of the EtherFi airdrop should be ending around the end of June, there is currently a badge that you can claim with 200,000 additional points for free if you delegate your ETHFi tokens. So this is the badge right here. It's called Delegator, and you get 200,000 free points for doing that. So honestly, not bad for just clicking a button. You have to make a transaction on the Ethereum mainnet, which probably costs you $1 or $2 depending on how high the gas fees are when you actually push that transaction through. But the point is, you should definitely go and do this. And a small hack or workaround for this is that apparently you don't even need to have ETHFi tokens in your wallet to claim. All you have to do is delegate even if you have a balance of 0. Now, I personally think this seems maybe too good to be true, and that the team might actually revoke these points from wallets that have a 0 balance. But either way, it's probably worth it just in case they don't and it goes through anyways, because you spend $1 to potentially get 200,000 ETH5 points. I think that's definitely worth it. All you have to do is go to this page right here, select a delegate, and then just click delegate and delegate your tokens to it. Even if you have a 0 balance, you can still do this. And then 10 to 15 seconds after that, if you go back to your EtherFi portfolio page, you'll see you got the badge and 200,000 extra points. Okay, next up, I wanted to talk about Ironclad Finance and the ICL token airdrop. So there's been a few announcements. They posted this 40-minute office hours video. It's a live stream from their Discord that they did a couple of days ago. And there's some news. So the TLDR is that only the top 888 ranked wallets on the Points or the Embers leaderboard are going to be getting this ICL token airdrop. So unfortunately, if you came in below that rank threshold, you will not be getting an airdrop from Ironclad Finance. Now, obviously, this is bullish for people that did make it over that threshold, because the total airdrop supply has also been increased to 10.5%. And that's going to be shared amongst only 888 wallets, which probably is going to be a pretty decent payday. But then on the other hand, of course, everyone else that committed capital and time and energy to farm this airdrop and earn points, if you didn't come rank 888 or higher, unfortunately, there won't be any allocation for that. Anyways, I do recommend watching this video if you want to get some more details. They also talked a little bit about the process for claiming and then staking this token, which is going to be live on day 1. And then in terms of the timeline for this, in the video, they said that June 24th was the date that they were targeting. So we'll see what happens with that. Okay, and the final piece of alpha I have for you today is that there is another vote live for Jupiter stakers on the vote.jupe.ag page. So if you're staking Jupiter tokens, definitely go and vote on this. The rewards for staking are only given to people that actually actively participate and vote. So you want to make sure that you vote on every single proposal. All right, that is it for today's alpha. Thanks so much for watching. I'm going to go hit the beach now, so have a great day.